While brothers, sisters, friends, and mentors, great to be a successful platform where we are ready to vision conversations and spark finding solutions to our problems that have torn us apart and apart, tear us apart today. So we have two guests who please Man. We're just now we're just not voting in just black now. No, we voting in the right people.
Right.
We ain't just voting in just the black people, but we just voting
exactly.
You know, we're voting in the right people.
We don't want to line up to vote black, okay?
Yes.
Because we have some people on our roster that are of such. But and another thing, I don't like saying black. I feel like we're a melanated culture.
Okay.
I'm not black, the color black. I don't think everybody is the color black. And I ain't never been to Africa, but I live in America, so I ain't African American either. There's now that we've addressed that issue.
Okay. Here we go.
Saying that to say, as a voice and a part of the nurture part of Kansas City, I strongly feel like it is our job as women to be empowered women, but we also have to be women that empower men. Yeah. We need to put our men back in their place, in their strategic place as head of the household. And I think when we get that back to the situation, we won't have people voting black. We will have people voting for real life government to be passed and to be a source of the strength. We're losing our kids. We're losing our schools.
Yes. We're losing schools. We losing schools like every year.
We're losing schools every year. We're losing funds for our children. So I just want to know, like, what are we supposed to do?
Like how are we supposed to counter that?
Let me just tell you this real sad fact. So I went down to the Kansas City Election Board and I had to get all the voters, like everybody who's registered to vote. We literally have like 57,000 people registered to vote in Kansas City in the 2nd district portion. Out of that 57,000 people who are registered to vote, do you know that only 10%? 10% vote.
That's like 10. That's what? 10%. That's like.
Yeah.
That's
so
like
what?
20,
10%?
15?
No, that's like
15,
12,000.
Yeah, 12,000.
So in the city of Kansas City,
You got 12,000 people in the city of
Oh my
Kansas
goodness.
City
that are voting.
that
Yeah, we
are
gotta do
voting,
better.
but
There's
we have registered
57.
57.
so August
1,000.
7th, I'm gonna be
57,000.
available. Okay, I'm taking people to the polls. Y'all need to call me 816-799-7964. Ooh, no
Now,
calls to
if
action.
y'all have
I'm sorry,
any
Mr.
questions,
Walker.
now, if y'all have any questions, you want to dial 816-599-6893. Call in 816-599-6893.
I do have an
If you have any
email.
question for Armetta or me or LaShawn or
Nazam.
the host, Nazam.
Nazam is the coolest
Right
person
here.
at the table. Y'all better call and ask that man some questions.
Yes, he is. He's all laid back, just taking it in. Like, I can't.
Well,
No.
I was thinking, I'm starting to see, and I'm talking about myself anytime I talk about us, but I've been seeing a lot of like black men in our generation, like, just in a state of, complete defeat. And I just be thinking to myself, like, somebody's gonna, blow up here in a minute, because it's
Yeah, a
when you
revolution.
yeah
gonna start,
you
know
can
what I'm saying?
see it.
The people it's gonna be an uprising. It might not happen now, but probably in 10 years. Probably in
Well, I can tell you it's gonna, if that happens, if we don't change what we need to change, it's gonna happen a lot sooner than
Yeah.
10 years.
yeah.
So by trade,
uprising.
I'm a criminal defense attorney.
Okay.
And there has been a spike in robberies.
Oh yeah, yep. Stores, all that.
Yeah, there's been a spike in robberies. And so when I started practicing way back in 2004, I know y'all can't believe I've been practicing that long, because
Girl,
we know how
Yeah.
Mhm.
high five me.
Uh-huh.
You gracing that thing, girl. You gracing that thing.
Just child genius. But anyway, but when I started back in 2004, I had a young man. I wanted to say he was 17, because at 17 in the state of Missouri, you can be charged as an adult. And so he was charged with the robbery. And I'm talking to him and I'm like, dang, dude, like, what is it? He's like, Mr. Cree, I was hungry. And I'm not really understanding what that hungry meant. And so I got him a really, really good deal. He didn't have to see the inside of a prison. 3 years later, he's back with the same charge. And I'm like, dude, some language that I can't say on the air.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's up? And he said, I told you I was hungry. And so now I realize what that hunger is. It's not like an actual food hunger.
Yeah.
It's a hunger to have. We have that generation, like the baby boomers generation with Mr. Walker, and they did great. They had opportunities. They did a lot of good stuff for us. We had the civil rights movement. They did good. It did a lot of stuff for us. And then our parents started giving us stuff.
There it goes right there.
And just giving.
There you go. Yeah.
Without requiring us to work and fight and do what they had to do.
Back in the days of us coming up and
So
our
making
upbringing,
it
we had
easy.
to do something.
Yeah, making it easy and making us unstable to take care of ourselves.
Yeah. And so
my grandpa said, you don't work, you don't eat.
Basically. So
yeah, I think that's what it is now. I think people are just looking for handouts instead of working.
Well, not only just that. I mean, poverty is an issue in Kansas City. It is an issue in Kansas City. It is an issue in Kansas City, but so is mental depression. So is drug problems. So is, like you said, crime rate. So we have to be the demonstration of the people and for the people to build the strength that we need for our people in legislate, for our people in these seats to make the right decisions to bring us out. But we have to build a forum, because we have to educate these people, because we have to get them alive and involved in being a part of what's so important. Like, people is just letting stuff spiral down instead of saying stop. We about to do something totally different.
Instead of saying that, I think we
just like when Obama got in office,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? He sparked that
Yeah,
young
that
movement,
excitement.
the excitement.
Mhm.
Like that's the kind of excitement we need,
It is.
you know, especially in Kansas City because we have a lot to do in Kansas City. Like
But we have
a lot.
geniuses in Kansas
We
City.
have geniuses,
Do
but
you
they're
know they
but
make
they're
the
scared.
best music? They have the best. Man, if y'all could see some people clubbing in Kansas City, honey, y'all would be like, "What's up?
Yeah.
Like, what's
Yeah.
really going on?" So it ain't that we illiterate because we're not
No.
illiterate. Just
No,
because
they're
we
just scared. They
African-
just scared. Like they afraid that they can't do it. And I think they're looking for a young leader to be like, hey, if Tannen or if Wesley or if Terrell, somebody like that who's in the community, if they can do it, I guess we can do it too.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I'm out here now. I'm out here because I figure like, hey, there's not one person they can even say that they can who's a leader.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like just back in the day, in y'all days, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Martin Luther King was. But now who's a real leader right now in 2018?
I don't know.
It's
No, wait, y'all can't leave out our state representative, Brandon.
No,
Ellington. He's out here
Brandon Ellington.
representing.
No, Brandon Ellington.
Don't do my homeboy.
No.
Y'all love.
No,
I'm
Brandon
saying y'all
Ellington.
saying who's the next Martin Luther King now? Wait, we don't need a Martin. We got a Brandon, but he need a team though. Where y'all at?
Yeah. I'm part of that team. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm proud to be part of Brandon Ellington and girl.
And then we got
Mr.
Mr. Everbill.
You know what I'm saying?
Where Everbill? He's running for state representative.
And then we got Everett Bell. You know what I'm saying? Everett Bell, he's young. He knows what he's talking about.
Mhm.
He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants for the community.
Right.
He's on boards. Like he's doing actual stuff for us.
I think once we show people options,
Yeah.
when we show people something different, when we show people, like I go talk to little girls all the time. If a little girl tells me, "Oh, I want to be a lawyer," I'm talk to her.
Yeah.
I'm probably bumping. Sorry, Mr. George. Probably bumping my Beyonce and Jay-Z, the
Ain't nothing wrong
Carters,
with the Carters.
Cardi
I
B.
love it.
But so I show them, yeah, you can have fun, you can kick it, you can do what you got to do, but take care of your business. So
That's right.
when we show an option, when we give options, I think that's going to change. And right now, on August 7th, people have options.
Sorry.
That's right.
Our city has options.
It starts with the state level. Like if we can get the state.
Well, it
We
does.
can get them chairs covered.
Yeah. If we can get people who are going to not just look like us, but actually care for us and
That's
work
right.
for us, that's the most important thing. If I go to one of my elected officials and they turn their nose up at me, then that's a problem.
Right.
Because if they gonna act silly with me, and I'm their equal, I can stand toe to toe with them in the courtroom and not have a problem. If they're gonna act a fool with me, then what are they gonna do with somebody who's not as skilled?
But that's the one thing that I say that's my motto.
Mhm.
Statistics is not an issue to me. As long as I reach the urban core, whether I gotta do them one by one, hand by hand, head by head, my goal is to touch the urban core and to get them connected to economics, financial literacy, and politics. And I want us to do it fluently, and I want us women to be empowered while we doing it.
That's right, fluently and effectively.
So we don't have no questions. Are y'all not calling us today? 816-599-6893. Call us KUAW985@gmail.com. And we also have the web KUAW.org. We're also on YouTube live right now at KUAW _ is it KUAW _ radio?
Yes, it is.
All right. So who wants to talk about something next? We have some questions.
It's break.
Yeah, we have some questions that need to be
He said
answered. So, all right. So, alongside on 20, what's that, on 23rd?
No,
23rd
he said it's
Prospect,
time
right?
to break.
Oh, it's break time?
Mhm.
Sorry, y'all. It's break time. We'll see y'all in 2 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yes, you tuned in to KUAW.
I mean, this is the urban core. We can do what we
98.5.
please. We don't. Jay looking at me like, wait a minute.
I did.
What?
No, see,
Yeah.
this
That's
is
what
what
Terrence.
happens.
That's what
Mr.
Terrence
Walker
said.
normally comes from the back with his hand up. That's how I know it's the break. Y'all sitting there like,
He just said reform child support.
Oh, child support.
yeah, that's a good topic. That's what I'm gonna talk about on Friday.
Oh, okay.
But
So what's the next subject you was talking about? We talked about that line, the sewer line that they're trying to build.
Yeah.
I knew
They're building it. Ain't no one talking about it. They
Huh?
building it.
Oh yeah, I know they building it.
it.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like
building it.
they already built it.
Like
I know.
it's already coming.
The sewer line for the condos on
About them
23rd.
redoing the water source. They're redoing the water source.
Hey Franklin, you getting that? You soaking in all that?
Yeah.
You want to get on this radio? Okay.
Do you have some things you want to say, Franklin?
He's a smart man, so he's it. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
we
He
gotta
likes
give this time to
he
Mr.
likes
Dupree.
to.
Simply because we're gonna have Miss Coffee calling in the next 14 minutes. She's gonna call in, and I don't have no questions for her, so y'all need to give me some good questions to ask. So you
Senate.
can talk. You can come talk.
Senate.
Come on. Yeah, but she's running for U.S. Senate. Tomfooleries. Do we want to talk about tomfooleries?
We can talk about that. Yes, let's talk
What
about
about
that.
what about Tom?
So they asked for credit
Hi,
cards.
everybody. I'm so sorry.
They asked for credit cards before.
Hi,
They asked
Mr.
black people for
Caldwell.
credit
Hi,
cards
Candace.
before
Hi, Terrell. Hi,
you get the
Latanya.
food.
Hi, Tia.
And there's gonna be a protest down there tomorrow at 6:00.
It's going
At
to be
Tomfooleries.
a serious protest at Tomfooleries.
And who's protesting?
Terrell Ray.
Oh,
Terrell Ray is starting it, and two other people.
okay.
So is there
Terrell.
something that we forgot to ask you that you wanted to talk about?
ask Coffee about the criminal justice system. Believes can be different.
I have to look up this Wi-Fi.
This
don't know.
mass incarceration.
Okay.
Or to 13 or something. A lot of people compare the 13th Amendment to mass incarceration.
So mass incarceration. Tell me again what it is. Mass incarceration and what?
But just mass incarceration. Just talk about mass incarceration.
She's gonna call at 5:45. So we got 13 minutes. We gotta talk about something. We can't have dead air.
It was
Tomfooleries, because that goes back into the power of our voice. What you think?
The King Alfred plan. Have you heard of the King Alfred plan? Welcome back to Humanomics on KUWA. Our topic starting off for the second half of the show will be about the mass incarceration, right, Sister Dupree?
Yes.
Or Sister LaShawn, I'm sorry.
I want to talk about tomfooleries.
Okay, well, we could talk about tomfooleries.
So we're gonna talk about tomfooleries. Tomfooleries. I think last week. So it was a black couple that was inside, and they had ordered some food. Now, before they can get their food, they had to issue a credit card or a debit card that was issued in their name in order for them to receive the food that they ordered. So that's the issue, and that's going to be the protest tomorrow in front of tomfooleries down there on the plaza. It's right across from the Foot Locker. It's right up the street from the movie theater, and so it's going to be more than 20 people there, and it's going to be it's going to be a good protest. So I advise y'all to go out there and support the cause to make sure that it never happens to any couple. Period, black, white, Asian, but it mostly happened to blacks.
I just wanted to make a topic. Well, not a topic, but I just want to put the subject on the table that we can boycott all we want, but this is the thing. Companies, they need to redo their addendums for their hiring system, point blank, period. There's no way that if they do a thorough hiring process that you will not recognize or feel that a person will not physically or emotionally illustrate a part of their character that's not a part of their character. For two, we're dealing with these businesses But we can deal with the business, but it's the people. It's not the business. So it's not, I'm not saying that it's wrong to boycott tomfooleries. I'm not saying that we should or shouldn't. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that very same person that did that action and caused the reaction, they're going to be fired. And I'm guessing they did get fired, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I heard
One
that
of
they
the
were
managers
fired.
got fired. Yes, one of the managers.
So do you really think that they got fired for that and that they're not going to go to the next job, to the next company, and do the very same thing? So the issue at hand, it could be the basis of that, but all at the same time, I believe that it's with the person.
Yeah, it's it's a person,
Right.
and I think that businesses need to be more responsible in their hiring. So I do agree with you on that. But this goes back to uh, that civil rights era that I was talking about. Like, yes, we have shifted from civil rights era to now. So we're like in this age now. But Black people, melanin, melanins,
All right.
we have we are like the largest consumers.
Right.
We spend our money wherever we want to spend our money, and we spend a lot of
A lot of it.
So for us not to have a lot of money, at least that's what they want to portray by requiring a credit card be produced before you get your food or before you order your food. By requiring that is basically saying we don't trust your dollar. Our dollars are powerful. Our dollars are very powerful. I know back in the day, before I was an inkling in anybody's eye or thought or whatever, I know that when that civil rights movement was going on, there was a protest and a ban on Wonder Bread. So the Black people stopped buying Wonder Bread. And they stopped buying Wonder Bread to the point where Wonder Bread was wondering what in the world is going on. Like, where's all of our money going?
All right.
We have a lot of power. And when we stand together, we can get them where it hurts. And where it hurts is in their pocket.
Right.
Mhm.
Regardless of what anybody say or what anybody do, they can call me names, you names, him names. They can make us get a credit card or give a credit card or whatnot. But when we take away their money, then they start listening, and we get heard.
That's right.
And we can demand things.
But if we're gonna do this boycott thing, we have to be serious about it. We can't boycott for a week. We boycott tomfooleries for 4 days, and then we back at tomfooleries next week because we done like boycotted. I mean, it's either we gonna shut it down or we not. But that's the thing that I felt like that's distant from the urban core, because we can create our own.
Yeah.
That's right.
It don't have to be a tomfooleries, but it can be something that we make our own.
And you're absolutely right. So I know that there's a lot of things that's going on tomorrow. And one other thing that's going on tomorrow, I'm actually going to my page, and you probably got notice of this.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, we are
the NAACP. I'll be there.
No, not tomorrow. Yeah, the forum is tomorrow, but I'm talking about Friday.
Okay.
For Friday. So we're going to do a protest, but how we're doing our protest, this is one of our Dupree Days of Action.
Okay.
And
I like that.
The way we're going to do this, we're inviting everybody to wear blue, invite your friends, and we're going to meet on 18th and Vine at 5 o'clock on Friday to support our Black-owned businesses.
Of course.
There's the Bayou down there. There's the Blue Room down there. Like, there's so many things down there, places down there. We're going to be at the Bayou. So
on 18th and Vine. So y'all hear that? On 18th and Vine, Friday at 5 o'clock, we're going to be at the Bayou, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to support our Black businesses down there like we should be doing.
Anyway.
So with that being said, so everybody Friday is going to be down there at 18th and Vine supporting Black businesses.
And don't forget your blue shirts.
And if you have a blue shirt, or you know what I'm saying, you have a support our meta shirt, you can wear that too.
And it's the dopest thing. It's the Dupree Days of Action.
Yeah, the Dupree Days of Action. That's what we call it.
Man, Miss
Armanda
Dupree, how do I get on
there,
your
state
team,
legislator.
man?
Are you there,
I'm
girl?
trying to get on your
You
team.
there, girl?
So-
People.
And tomorrow we are protesting down at Tom Fuller's tomorrow, because as many of y'all know it, like they targeting a lot of black people and giving them their debit or credit card, and I don't think that's right because they have not charged anybody
I
else. As
personally
I
think
know,
it's probably from a personal experience.
you
They
know,
probably
it's-
had somebody come in there and order up some food and probably walked out. But that don't get them
I mean,
the
yeah,
right or the
that's
reason
not a
to treat
policy,
everybody.
and that's not a policy.
It's not a policy.
Now, is it? Can that even be a policy, Armetta?
If it wouldn't be so upsetting or
Yeah.
alarming if this was the practice across the board.
Yeah.
You know, a business can put in whatever policy they want. I'm my own business owner.
Yeah,
so
bylaws, right?
yeah, we can set whatever requirements we want, but we have to implement them and we have to execute those policies consistently. And what they're doing is inconsistent.
Yeah,
Right.
and
You
that's
can't
what caused
have-
fires, right? It's caused fires. Like, and now they can't put it out now.
Right. They can't put it out.
Like you can't do that one day and not do it on Wednesday.
Yeah, or you can't have it. You can't have the two of us
Yeah,
sitting there just eating our little hearts out, and then y'all come in and want to order, and they're like, "Give me your credit card first."
no,
You know,
that
that's
can't happen like that.
inconsistent. It's inconsistent,
Very inconsistent.
regardless if it's on black on black, white on white, white on black. Like it,
You gotta be consistent.
you need to be consistent. Consistency is the key, and
Yeah.
that's one of the problems that we have with some of our leaders now.
Yeah.
Inconsistent, and I think that's another thing that our generation wants. We want what's consistent. We want somebody who's going to be consistent, who's going to
Right.
be a consistent voice for us.
Right. We still need them faces after the vote. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we telling y'all is to get out and vote August 7th. It's important that you get out and vote. Proposition A, no. Vote no on Proposition A. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you vote Armetta in. Make sure we vote her in. We need her
County
in.
Legislator.
We need Brandon Bell in.
Brandon
Brandon
Ooh,
Ellington.
Brandon Ellington.
No.
And Edward Bell.
Edward Bell. Edward Bell.
You're not gonna be their friend after today.
No, because I'm thinking of the same. You know what I'm
mixed
saying?
that one all the way up.
Yeah.
B.
I'm sorry about that.
Mhm.
But yeah, we need Brandon Ellington and we need Edward Bell
Yes.
in office this year.
Hi, Mr. Thurman. We have the OG cookout on Saturday.
Yeah.
We have a couple of things going on this weekend. I'm guessing you got a whole lot of. That's Miss
Well,
Wright. That's Miss Coffee.
That's a call in. So we got a call in, y'all.
Yes, KUAW.
But yeah, we're gonna be at the protest tomorrow, and then
The
Friday
protest
there's another protest to support the black businesses down there, 18th and Vine, and then the weekend we definitely have it going on through the weekend. Like I said, vote no on Proposition A. We're gonna vote Brandon Ellington in. We're gonna vote
Tomorrow we
Edward
have the
Bell in.
debate at the NAACP with Reverend Rodney Williams. He's the head of the NAACP. We have Miss Armetta and Miss Giles and Miss Giles.
Yep.
We gotta show our support for Miss Dupree. Okay, we gotta show up in a red and white. Even if you don't wear your red and white, bring a sign.
And we'll have some John's
And we
have some little Dupree signs.
That's right.
The priest.
But I think
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
7
Yeah.
462.
Good afternoon, Miss Wright. How are you today? Can she hear me?
Not real.
Can you hear me? I can hear you on my headphones.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Wright. How are you? Hello.
Can you hear me,
Hello?
right?
Hello. Can you hear us, Miss Wright?
Yes, okay, I can hear you. Can hear you now. Hi.
Hello. Thank
I'm
you
up.
for
Hi.
calling in today. Can you hear me, Miss Wright?
I can barely hear you. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, speaking to the mic.
I can hear you. Okay. Do I have to stick it to the mic for her to hear?
Yeah.
Me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's better. Thank you so much. Hi.
Okay. Hi, Miss Coffee. Right? How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you so much. And yourself?
I am great. This is Lashana. Thank you so much for your calling today. We have Miss Armetta Dupree at the table.
Hey, it's Coffee.
And we have Mr.
Hey,
Nazam. And then we have Tana here. Um,
How you doing?
we just basically wanted you to speak on behalf of your your Senate, your U.S. Senate um, decree. We want to know what you're for, um, what you need from us, and we also want you to talk about the criminal justice system and the problems of mass incarceration.
okay, great. Well, that's right up my alley. Okay. First of all, first of all, my name is Carla Coffee Wright. I'm running for United States Senate for the state of Missouri, and I'm number one on the Democrat ballot. I'm going against 20 people. And, I strongly believe and I'm an advocate for the impeachment of Donald Trump, first of all. And
Okay.
what I'm shooting for is to invest $7 billion in the redevelopment of Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard in St. Louis and creating the Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard right here in Kansas City, Missouri. I push hard for universal health care. I want quality education and definitely ending mass incarceration, as well as raising the minimum wages and community control of the police department. As far as the mass incarceration, as you know, 67% of the people incarcerated are blacks, African Americans, and I think that's ridiculous. We're not the only ones that do the crime, and I want anyone that's locked up for a nonviolent offense. I think they need to be released. There's such thing called community. Um, they can be on paper pickup. They can be on ankle bracelet. They can get fined, whatever. But I don't think we need to be locked up in somebody's prison, and taxpayers spending $60,000 to $100,000 a year when these people that money can go on a decent teacher.
Well, it's
You
my
know,
understanding that we have a lot of African American women that are currently, um, I want to say,
incarcerated.
incarcerated
Absolutely.
on simple
Absolutely. I go to
offenses.
the prisons and I speak with them, sister. And it's ridiculous. It's breaking up the families. These women are locked up for traffic violations, speeding, parking tickets, things like that. And they're losing their children. They're losing their homes, their jobs. This is ridiculous. And I am totally against it. We have to come forward. We don't need to build more prisons. We need to get rid of some of the ones we have and let these people out.
Yes,
And that's
ma'am.
just the way I feel about it, you know. And that's why I'm fighting for it. I'm an advocate not only for the missing and the homeless and our senior citizens, but definitely any injustice. And that's another reason why we need community control of the police department. Because with community control of the police department, if the ethnicity of the police department reflects its community, maybe people won't be so scared and fearful of their lives when they see a brother walking around with a hoodie on, you know? And as far as when you talked about the mass incarceration, 65% of these private prisons, do you know that they are being paid by the government whether the beds are full or not?
Yes, ma'am.
They have a clause in there where 80 to 90% of the beds have to stay full or they get compensated anyway. So guess what? The government's not trying to pay for something they're not receiving, so they're throwing us in there, and that's ridiculous, and we cannot accept that. And we have to do more than protest, but we have to take positions. We have to, I believe in political proportion and representation, and that means that if we're 13% of the population of the United States, then we should be holding 13% of the elected positions. And we're only holding less than 2%, sis. We're about less than 15,000 positions when we should be holding 66,000 or better.
So, what do you
So
think?
that's why I decided to run.
I'm sorry. So, what do you think about the mental health crisis in Kansas City?
It's just what it is, a crisis, because we're exposed to so much. I mean, when we're constantly seeing people getting killed and murdered every day, especially our brothers, our black brothers. I mean, it's crazy. St. Louis and Kansas City both are off the chain, and when we see this, we become numb to it almost. It's like, oh, somebody just got killed. 3 people got killed today, and it's no more. The shock factor has left a lot of us, and so a lot of us are suffering from different aspects of mental illness. And with universal health care, we will be able to address that. And a lot of people that are committing crimes, mental health care and counseling are a solution to some of that, because locking them up is not, that's not doing anything. When you lock people up, I haven't seen people be rehabbed from that. They just learned easier ways and better ways to get away with crime. So we need universal health care as other countries have it across the board, not just for these politicians, but for everybody should have free health care, as well as quality education.
So how do you feel being the only melanated African American runner for the U.S. Senate? I'm so
I
proud of
feel,
you.
since I feel damn good, you know what I'm saying?
I know
I
that's
feel
right.
good. I'm not a politician, never claimed to be a politician, but I'm
That's
willing
right.
to do the job. And when no other black or African American would get in the race, and the leaders came to me, Zakiba Rudy and Anthony Shahid, all these different leaders, Minister Akbar Muhammad, as well as white leaders, Reverend Larry Rice, who's the king of the homeless. You definitely address the homeless situation here.
Right.
When all these people, say, Coffee, I'm going to endorse you. Coffee, you should run. I was like, I'm not a politician. But when no one else was getting a race, I waited until the last minute, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and go for it, sis.
Yes,
And I don't regret it at all because,
You gotta go for
we are letting them know that we exist and that we have to challenge the powers to be. It's been over 2,300 United States senators, and out of that number, only 8 black senators, period. Only 2 females. Total of 8. Never a black United States Senate for the state of Missouri ever. Never even a black governor for Missouri. And that's ridiculous. Again, proportionate political representation. We have to take a seat at the table, family. We have to.
Well, I just want to say we support you. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to call in today. I'm not sure about your next event or what your next appearance in Kansas City will be, but I support Miss Carla Coffee Wright.
Well, where you gonna be at election day?
I heard
That's what I want to know.
hear you speak. You was
You know what I'm saying? Where are
best.
you going to be at election day so I can be where you're at?
Thank you. We're going to be at the Legacy Cafe at Union, the corner of Union and Delmar, and that's where we'll be counting the votes and hoping that we get all the votes in. Because again, I'm running against 20 people. It's 21 of us in the race.
Right.
Again, I'm the only black.
So you'll be in St. Louis. You won't be in Kansas City, Missouri.
I won't be in Kansas City on election day. I'll be
worry.
here in St. Louis. But I've been there 6 times already this year, and I'll be back again one more time before election day. And so I love Kansas City. It's so much like St. Louis. Gosh, it really is.
So can you tell me where you're going to be the next time you come to Kansas City?
Well, a sister out there named Stacy is giving a big cookout. And
Stacy Hill.
Yeah, Miss Stacy Hill. We saw you on Sunday.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
Yes,
so it's my plan to make it come down that same day, even if I have to leave that same day, because I attend anywhere from 4 to 6 events a day, sis. Let me tell you, everywhere, whether I'm in Kansas City or St. Louis, you better believe I hit 4 to 6 events every day. Even in Kansas City, I love it. They show me so much love and support, but I'm bouncing around because I have to shake everybody's hand. I want to meet everybody, and because we're all in this together.
That's right.
Yes, ma'am.
We got to throw a big old convention for you. So we got to get a big old convention coming up.
Well, I appreciate your time. We're about to close out the show, Miss Wright, but I'll make sure that I stay in contact with your people. And we thank you. We appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for calling in. Vote Miss Carla Coffee Wright for U.S. Senate. We're going to take the show back to the table. We basically need to just close. It's 5:54. We have 6 minutes left. So if anybody has anything that they want to reiterate from the topics today, we want to hear Mr. Smooth Nazam say something.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all we want to know is, hey, y'all get out and vote. You know what I'm saying? Can't stress y'all enough about that. Y'all get out and vote August the 7th.
Vote.
And
August
vote no
the
on
7th.
Proposition A.
Vote no on Prop A.
Okay, and then we got to vote for our meta. We got to vote for our meta.
We got
another call. We got another call in. Okay. Make sure we hit Edward Bell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thank that man for doing what he does in the community. And, I want to work with him more.
You don't know who it is? They're going to leave a message. That's Miss Coffee calling us back.
Well, yeah. yeah, if you live in the neighborhood, you got money, you want to invest in the neighborhood, invest so
Okay.
much.
So, Ms. Dupree, let's talk about where you're going to be for the next couple of days. Okay. So, we got to grace her face. We got to get Ms. Dupree in here for
Yes.
the District 2, Jackson County.
Yes, yes.
I know we have the
NAACP
NAACP tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, starting at 6:30. We are asking our people to get there like 6, just so we can get seats,
Okay.
so that we can be comfortable, get seats. That's at 6:30. Then at 8 o'clock tomorrow, the South Kansas City Alliance, they're hosting a candidate forum. That's tomorrow too. On
So you got
Friday.
here like a lot of events on tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, tomorrow's busy and I got court.
Okay.
But then
Red
Friday.
Bull is your friend.
Well, girl, I know. I'm like, Red Bull. But Friday, down at the Vine, 5 o'clock, we're gonna support our local
Black businesses.
Black business.
IMKC down there. What else?
Yeah. Bayou,
Bayou.
IMKC.
We got the frozen daiquiri place.
And then we have the Friday
Smacks.
protest.
We got Smacks. Got good chicken down Smacks.
Yeah.
Good chicken.
And then we have the Friday
Blue Room. Yeah, that's why we're there.
I've never been to the Blue Room.
They have
I've
this
always
real
wanted
cool
to go to the
martini.
Blue Room.
They have a cool martini.
I
down
gotta,
there.
Yeah.
we gotta
So you gotta
go.
support blacks.
And then Saturday's gonna be a fun day.
The OG cookout.
Oh yeah, OG cookout.
Hey.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna have a motorcade.
Our lawn chairs. Can we bring our lawn chairs?
Oh yeah, they'll be playing dominoes and hopefully some bid whist. I can't wait to put somebody up on that.
I know that's
But
right.
at the Bayou, we're gonna have the Queens of Kansas City.
Okay.
That starts at 11. It's gonna be
Okay.
a buffet, mimosas, unlimited mimosas from 11 to 2:30. That's gonna be fun.
Shouts out to my folks at Lane Bryant. I'm calling in right now. This is my call.
And ladies, don't close the store, but come on in too.
Right.
Come on in.
Just come on in.
Yeah, we have a really fun week. Check me out on Facebook for other events. It's Dupree for Jackson County on Facebook. It's gonna be fun. We
Good deal.
hashtag new generation of public servants.
Okay,
That's
so,
right.
so where your next canvassing event going to be at? Where you canvassing at next?
We're going to hit Raytown this coming week
Okay.
because our campaign, and I call it our campaign, not just my campaign, because we are all in this together.
That's right.
Okay.
It's going to take us to change our county. So the next big thing is going to be out in Raytown. We have half of Raytown.
Okay.
So we're going to be out there.
All right.
We're going to finish up in the 15th ward. We're busy. We're
Okay
busy.
then. Hey.
But
like I said,
you
you'll be
can
at Raytown.
find out that information on the Dupree for Jackson County as well.
That's
All
right.
right.
And
No.
Dupree for
volunteer.
Jackson County.
Right.
Don't forget about the Friday protest, Dupree Days of Action, where you're blue at 5 o'clock. Don't forget. We got to show up in numbers, y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything
Numbers.
else?
Numbers, action, all that. Like mind over matter. Like we need that. So if you available Friday, we need y'all to come down to 18th and Vine, and we need y'all to support all that down there.
I'm going to the Blue Room for the first time. All right. I'm going to buy my black dress today. It's going down.
Well, so here we have it. We're gonna let our cool little host right here, Nizam. We're gonna let him close it out.
Close this out. And we gotta give shouts out to our MCs. We got Terrence
yeah.
and Frank over here.
Yeah, we got Franklin. Watch out for Franklin. That's a big deal.
But Terrence is my dude, though. He keep us on our toes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We
I
appreciate
appreciate my
y'all.
sound. You've been doing a great job, Terrence, lately.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in on KUWA show Humanomics, and we will see you guys as soon as possible to keep this thing going.
AW, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Thank you, Mr. Walker, for making it possible for our voices to go across the
Mr.
community.
Walker.
Thank you so much. And we're out. Woo, that was a happy hour.
Yeah, that's happy hour.
You know what that? You know
My
what
phone
you
is
should.
all the way on 2%.
Hey, did you have key? You didn't want to close that. You didn't want to close out with the beginning. You want to close out with the beginning.
You said, huh?
Yeah. That's like for intro. Oh yeah, it's not for you, for both of them.
Oh, Lord.
It's still on video.
Oh, man. What happened? I forgot to mention my radio show.
Don't worry, they'll tune in.
On what day?
This Friday, right? This is the fourth Friday.
Last
Yeah.